Okay. My name is Barbara Millette. I named my uncle Flight Sergeant Walter Harrison Irvin. He was a wireless gunner on a Wellington bomber, which failed to return from his first operational flight on August the 29th, 1942. Walter was 25.
My name is Gail Story. I named my great-uncle Arthur Clemenson. He died in 1942 during the Bataan Death March after being a prisoner of war for a short time. Arthur Clemenson is buried in the Philippines in the Manila American Cemetery.
My name is Hugh Bacon, and I named my father Captain Roland Kicken Bacon. He served in the Indian Army. He was killed in March 13th, 1945 in Myanmar, used to be Burma then. He was 40 years old and I was 12. In this family photo taken on my father's last leave home before he was killed, I am the 12-year-old on the right. Thanks, said my sister's here, God bless her, the younger one that sat on my dad's knee. And she's lives here in Vancouver many years, so anyway. So Dad was a missionary from Nova Scotia, went to Korea and Manchuria, and then to India for all of us. So I dearly lost him, and it was a very painful loss. But I remember him now today.
My name is Pat Krakenthorpe. I named my uncle Athol Gale Eldershaw. He served in the Australian Imperial Force during World War I. Sergeant Athol Gale Eldershaw was killed on July 20th, 1916, and is buried in the Rue du Bois Military Cemetery in Armentières, France. He was 21 years old. I am reading this for Nan Martin, who is watching from Qualicum Beach. Nan's father, Second Engineer Sidney Ray Wallace, served with the British Merchant Navy. He was killed at sea on May 14, 1941. He was in the engine room when the ship was hit by a torpedo. Nan's father was 53 years old when he died, and she was 4.
My name is Pat Shaw, and I named my uncle Jack Gardner. He was a Lance Corporal in the Canadian Infantry Quebec Regiment. He was killed at Ypres on June 13th, 1916. He was 21 years old when he died.
My name is Stephen Tanner. I name my great-uncle Charles Maurer Hardy, who served with the Princess Patricia Light Infantry. Charlie was wounded at the First Battle of the Somme and was taken back to England for rehabilitation and was redeployed to the front 3 months later and was mortally wounded shortly after. He died on October 13th, 1916. He was 21 years old. He's that very handsome chap on the top right-hand side of the picture. And these are a group of his mates that he enlisted with here from Vancouver.
My name is Hilary Kitson. The picture is of Morris and Tommy Prince, 2 of the many Indigenous veterans who were described as equals on the battlefield, but not at home. Like many of their comrades, they were not recognized on their return. They lost their status and they lost their homes, and they were previously known as the Forgotten Warriors. We will not forget them any longer.